a political commentator, but not standing for the House of Commons. You don't want to be an MP, or are you still mulling that over?
No, I don't think I do. And I think it's this idea that, politics is the Hollywood for ugly people, this anti-politics sort of idea. I think a lot of us young people feel pretty apathetic, as much as I absolutely love politics, and I think that we can do so much good through government. Actually, I think that a lot of us think that politics is a joke. I mean, the Conservative Party at the moment aren't very conservative at all, got the highest tax burden in 70 years. Neither party gives a direction. And actually, the amount of scandals makes us really think that this government is a complete joke.
Yeah, but if you take a specific example, and that is what I will call the Truss Kwarteng budget, supported by a lot of the very think tanks that Freddie and Mark and I were talking about in the first hour, the financial and political establishment poo-hooed it. Whether it was economically illiterate or not, it was a fresh idea from two people who are clearly not stupid. Why would you bother if you've got a fresh idea if you know that is inevitably what's going to happen? Your idea is going to be rejected, and looking at the two of them there, your political career is over.
I think that this idea around the mini-budget was really pretty misconstrued. I think that it wasn't necessarily this idea that the mini-budget was bad, but it's actually that it wasn't costed. There was no OBR forecast. And I think that Liz Truss, what she did very badly was actually she had the right ideas, but the wrong priorities. She didn't communicate those ideas. Why do these small businesses benefit from the tax cuts? Why are these economic policies going to benefit the economy overall? Why is growth important? These very key issues, these very key policies and the reasoning behind them were not explained to the public. We weren't told where this money was going to come from. And actually, she wanted the best of both worlds. She wanted the tax cuts, but she unequivocally refused to.
So it was ineptitude rather than an idea ahead of its time?
I think it was. I think it was this sort of really bad communication to the public. I mean, the people did not understand why we were having these tax cuts, why the top rate of tax was being abolished, this idea of this whole sort of hysteria behind trickle-down economics, which is, completely wrong. But I think it was just a difficulty with communication.
Maybe broaden it out for that. I think we've got a couple of minutes left, and don't wish to embarrass you or indeed embarrass Freddie any further. But having spoken to him at length and sitting here listening to you, I just think that the House of Commons would be a better place if both of you were sitting in there, and that you there are grooming yourself, as it were, for a leading role in the commentariat. He's the deputy editor of The Spectator magazine, one of the Bibles of political thought nowadays. Is that shared amongst your generation as well?
I think that a lot of people in my generation want to see things actually happen. We want to see the government do...
And Parliament ain't the place to do it?
No, I don't think it is. I think that we want to see government do a small amount of things and do them well. At the moment, they're trying to do so many different things and actually not do them very well at all. Thinking about the NHS, thinking about education, public health, public services. They're not being run very well. And actually, there's so much taxpayer money, our hard-earned money, that's going into these public services, and they're just not working.